it's been a while since we looked at the file, actually. So I should probably do that. That's the log, John. Okay, we've added masked woman. We don't know anything about them. Appears female based on body shape. There's the receptionist. She loves a man with a deep gravelly voice, you know. She's totally in love with that chiz. Kind of has an upset stomach lately, which sucks. I mean, her skills are anti-aging techniques, but there is at least like 2 women older than her that look about the same age. One of them was 50. What's the way to go, baby? She dislikes men that act like ballers, but are really scrubs. I hate that as well, to be honest. Likes the yellow spotted river turtles. And a Tammy. Okay, what is a hottie? Somebody she finds hot. It's pretty simple if you think about it. You've not actually explained it, you've just used the same term. Attractive is the word you wanted there. LGBTQ+. Stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning. I love them all. There we go. Tete-a-tete. Private conversation. Funny because it also sounds like a tit-a-tit. I guess so. Lay the dragon. She probably went to slay, but you know how she is. Half-body serial killings. Yeah, it's the official name of it. Family planning. When couples plan to have a child, when I was a kid I used to see these vending machines in the drugstores. It goes without saying that when I was in there, I remember bothering my mum by asking what they were. You've not explained what a family plan is. I'm guessing it's contraception. But you've not... Appendix! You need to be explaining shit! Come on. Way to get attention from somebody, apparently. K2 is a mountain, yes. Second highest mountain in the world, 8,611 meters between Pakistan and the Uyghur autonomous regions of China. Police officer, yeah, there are 9 ranks of police. Chief, deputy, chief, commander, captain, lieutenant, sergeant, detective officer. Officer is the lowest. Tungsten. Element of atomic number 74. It is hard and heavy metal, and Tamara said it blocks X-rays. Also blocks dangerous waves, but lead was found to be poisonous. Tungsten alloy is more commonly used for the same purpose. nirvanA trial. Man robs ghost. Okay, and it's times. This one seems solvable. There's lots of words and stuff. Okay, that's my phone. Oops, I just dropped it. Man robs ghost. I mean, it's that you get lambda, which is the hardest one to figure out. Everything else, you see, the S's are consistent as well, as are the O's. Looks like a cipher to me. We'll do the top half and then the bottom half. It's not the clearest thing in the world. So, none of those things are represented, are they? So, we know that's G. Actually, let's just have a look. A is not a symbol on there. Oh no, it is. It's GA times. No, okay. I could do with my whiteboard. Right, I've returned with a pen and a whiteboard. So that's GA. I'll put an X between them. BR, is BR anything? We'll double check. Yeah, it's a B and an R. You know what? That's not terribly surprising, but I thought I'd check. B R T T M T M times OS times, what's the I? I don't think the I is anything. Oh, no, it is. The I is an H. Right, let's keep playing. N comma. I believe that N is an N. Is N. So it says G R T O. No, I did that wrong. So if we go left, right, left, right, left, right, that is G R T S H comma and A B M A B what? A B M O O N. Well, that does say moon, which is a word. Okay. We can get grab though. If we go GRAB. Grab. But then it's Tish. I can't do anything with Tish. Okay, that's largely coherent. Why does it say GABRTMOSHON comma? Also, I should just try and in like left, right, left, right, left, right. Hang on. Gab. RTMO. SHON. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna get rid of everything apart from the totem. We'll keep that. I believe I'm right there. We have one more word. Oh, I've gone all red, haven't I? Oh, there we go. That says, that's an easier one. Atom. I didn't even need to. This is atom. Write it down. Write it down, motherfucker. Okay. I'm just going to go back and look at those arrows one more time. It is arrows pointing downwards. Left, right, left, right, left, right. GR. Maybe... No, I'm not seeing any way of doing it. Maybe we look at the other videos. That thing that picks up there I'm interested in. What does that say? Rip me, burn me. Okay. You'd think you'd be able to go step by step. There we go. 5 X's again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. 28936. 4th times 399th. Curious. Follow response. Close to Brazil. Oh yeah, of course. I never considered. Oh, that's really. I don't know why I never really considered that other countries have a different pole than where I am. Because it's always like. Yeah. Oh, this one's too. Oh my god. Did we miss a video then? Oh, and Super Mega. Hang on, what were we missing? We have nirvanA trial, which we just looked at. With bats. What was the other one called? The QR code. Where is it? Where have we kept it? Oh, it's not in alphabetical order or anything. Definitely in here because I've watched it before. Free to free. There we go. Okay, so we have. Oh, hang on. There we go. Just pictures. There was no information on that one. Okay. We'll read the trivia later because we've been speculating for long enough. Let's put this down. To the garden. When it loads, there we go.
Huh? Ryuki, why are you here?
To question people for the investigation. Why are you two here?
Kizzy comes here to play with the kids sometimes. She really loves kids.
Yes, I find it quite soothing, and it energizes me.
I'm just tagging along.
That makes sense. Mizuki could probably fit in with the kids pretty good.
I feel like I just got insulted. Mind if I kick your ass?
Big Sis is quite popular with the children here. She played with them often when she was still living with Mr. Date as well.
Oh, sorry, I haven't got you. It's me. Sorry, I accidentally clicked the wrong button there. Right, building. It's the dorm. Spring playset. Looks back and forth for the spring. The steps. There's steps. It's a dorm. Pansy in a bloom. The jungle gym out there. Look at this fucking castle. Oh, it's a clock. Clock on the slide tower. There's a castle to see. Slide. A seesaw. I see seesaws. What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing. Being here takes me back.
Shouldn't you be in school?
School's closed because of the flu. We won't have classes for a while.
Then aren't you supposed to stay at home?
A certain freeloader is at home all the time because he's on vacation. It was so annoying. I had to get outside.
She must mean Mr. Date.
Young girls have wills of their own.
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half-mite!
What?
You just seemed kinda quiet, so I thought maybe you weren't feeling well.
But I'm always like this. Though, now that you mention it, I guess my old leg wound is bothering me a bit. Wait, where are you looking, perv?
Huh? You brought it up. By the way, is that a bullet wound?
Yeah.
Doesn't it hurt?
No, not really. It's from when I got shot by the new Cyclops killer. But I think the pain I felt inside was worse.
Really?
Now I'll be scarred forever because of that bastard.
In a way that's not noticeable. Looking around curiously. Can't even begin to imagine her taking care of children. You'll kick me if I say that, so I'll keep that to myself.
Oh, so you want to get kicked?
Your thoughts are written all over your face.
It's a very specific expression he must be carrying. Why do you call Mizuki Big Sis?
We did not get much of a chance to speak yesterday. For various reasons, I have been living with another girl since I was 9 years old.
Another girl? Not your relative.
No, we were not related by blood. We were the same age, but I referred to her as Big Sis. She was so beautiful, collected, and dependable. She was the spitting image of an older sister. There is something about Mizuki that reminds me of her.
I see. Beautiful and collected, huh?
Why does that look in your eyes offend me so much right now?
Is she not with you anymore?
When she turned 15, she was adopted. So, we do not live together any longer.
You're close with Mr. Date, huh?
Indeed, we have been quite close. Some time ago, when I nearly got in trouble with some delinquents in town, Mr. Date saved me. Since then, I have been showing my gratitude with home-cooked meals, or booking a hotel room for him if he is unable to go home for whatever reason.
Like when we got in a big fight and I kicked him out.
As we continued to interact, We have come to form a sort of mutually beneficial relationship.
You must like Mr. Date, Kizuna.
Yes, but merely as a friend.
She was pretty direct about it.
Yep. That old vibrating bed of a man would never be a viable romantic candidate.
Oh no, because he's like a police officer and she's a school child.
So what is it you wish to discuss?
Father,
I think I missed a question.
And who is this?
Mr. Ryuki from the police. He is investigating the HB case.
I see.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kuruto Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department. May I ask you some questions?
That's fine, but I don't have much time. I would appreciate it if you're quick about it.
Yeah, but Never. You're that dude, right?
Indeed I am.
An investor and founder of the Chieda Foundation. You're also the chief director of ION and a major shareholder of Horodori Institute of Genetics, is that right?
And all of that has kept me quite busy. So, you already know all that about me. What more do you want me to say?
This guy's a piece of work. He obviously doesn't respect us.
I mean, he is one of the wealthiest people on Earth.
Yeah, and they all tend to be dickheads, don't they?
A police officer is probably like an ant to him.
Zuna's father, that dude. What do you know
Of
about the
course
case?
I know about it. One of the victims was from the research institute I invest in. I've suffered heavy losses because of it. It was quite the aggravating incident. As a citizen, I would like the police to resolve this problem as quickly as possible. Before they waste any more of our taxes, that is.
Ugh.
You don't pay taxes. Millionaire. Billionaire. Whatever. Your relationship with Chikara.
Well, he is the director of the research institute I'm funding. Or maybe I should say was. Either way, that was the extent of our relationship.
He was quite, well, an eccentric individual.
And I only invested in his work. I don't care what his personality was like. It doesn't concern me as long as it doesn't affect his job.
Was there any work-related trouble?
Not at all. You seem to be searching for a motive for me to kill Chikara. However, I gain nothing from his death. I have suffered nothing but losses because of this incident. In other words, I am a victim as well. And you suspect me of all people. The police in this country continue to prove their own uselessness.
Seriously, what is up with this guy? If only he didn't have so much authority, we could pin something on him and book him.
Well, hold on now.
About Jin.
Jin Furroway. You mean the first victim? Of course I know of him. In fact, anyone involved in finance couldn't avoid knowing him.
Were you close with him at all?
Not particularly.
I checked. He and Jin had practically no contact with each other.
About Chikara.
I understand you are the majority shareholder of Horodori Institute. As the de facto owner of the Research Institute, I'm sure you must know of its origins and insider information.
What are you trying to say?
Explain the information about Chikara that Tama had obtained, about the dubious research that he was conducting, and rumors of human experiments, and that his research facility was forced to shut down 9 years ago, along with the fact that Chikara disappeared in order to avoid being investigated, and that Karen Research Institute was built after the heat when the incident had settled down.
Did you know all of this?
I did.
You provided the capital required to rebuild the Research Institute, did you not?
Yes.
Why did you decide to fund it? Because he wanted the
Gene
results.
therapy research that was being led by Chikara. That research had a great deal of value and potential. Even with all the advancements in this day and age, there are many people who are still suffering from incurable diseases.
Yeah, I mean, that's a legitimately good answer.
Not to mention all of the children who can't live a normal life due to the illnesses they were born with. I have seen the suffering of so many people, precious to me. Chikara's research had the potential to help all of those people.
I don't know enough about gene research to know its specific medical Yeah. The worry I have, of course, is when you talk about genetics, you get into an Attica situation, right? Like talking about like, does he want to cure actual diseases, or does he want to cure conditions that? How to put this delicately? I mean, the plot. But I'm basically referring to the plot of Attica. Is he? But like, there's a reason why in the world of Star Trek, like gene people were that it was banned. Like I can sort of see that angle of why it would be dubious research when you think about it in terms of genetics and Supermen, let's say, because that's like bad. You don't want to like start trying to genetically breed people, but like I'm assuming there's actual legitimate uses for that research. Like, let's not immediately jump to Nazi science. Like, I'm actually trying to keep people alive for longer is a reasonable goal. We'll see what the game's angle is, though.
It brought hope to humanity itself. It's certainly true that his personality and past weren't without issues. And I won't deny that the research faced criticism due to its radical nature.
Yeah, it's the radical nature that I'm curious about.
Still, if it can help alleviate the suffering of so many people, I wanted to put my support behind it.
I mean, from his perspective, it's perfectly fine though. I mean, think of all the people that oh, there was that lady, right, that tried to invent a blood detector that got a drop of blood and could tell you all the disease, instead she just invented nothing that did nothing, and she defrauded loads of billionaires out of lots of money and lots of actual normal folk as well. But she only got in trouble because she defrauded billionaires. But like that research, then there's she was the one who committed the crime, then, not the people that invested in her. But
in other words, I invested in the future that research institute could bring us.
I forget her name, but like also clearly not a lot of due diligence was done in that situation, because you could have found out that she was a fraud very quickly had you just looked into what she was doing. I've forgotten her name, damn it.
Tama, is there anyone in Mr. Chieda's family that has an incurable disease?
That seems like a...
No, and of course, he doesn't have one himself either. His only daughter is completely healthy, and his wife, Kizuna's mother, passed away long ago.
Does he know anyone with a disease? You don't have to, like... I do get it, though, pattern-wise, usually people do, when they, like, invest in, like, cancer research and stuff. But, like, it doesn't have to... I like the people playing football in the background. About Tokiko.
Who's that?
The president of NICE Japan.
NICE? I'm not familiar. I've never even heard of it.
You have an alibi?
What were you doing 2 days ago? February 11th, around 8 p.m., and on February 9th at 6 a.m.
What is that supposed to be? Confirming my alibi?
Yes, well, it's only a formality.
I see the police have no problem wasting people's time. Well, fine.
Okay. I'm also struggling a bit with this scene, because he sounds like the villain to Persona 5, and it's like these games only have like 40 voice actors between them, so you're just constantly hearing the same people again and again.
2 days ago, I was having dinner with the Federation of Economic Organizations in Ginza.
What else was he in? So I'm thinking of the president of Japan, but also, oh yeah, he's in Zero Escape, the third one.
I was on a business trip on the 9th, and I stayed at a hotel in Kyoto.
Yeah, that voice is, like, I can guarantee that's the same person.
Tama?
I just checked. He's telling the truth. He was spotted on surveillance cameras in each location.
You know what? He is pretty symmetrical. If you remove his hair there, I mean, that's true for all anime characters now that I think about it.
What is it?
No, it's just... Is this your first time here?
Kizzy's invited me a bunch of times before.
Big Sis is very popular among the children, and she is great at keeping them entertained.
I'm not as good as you, Kizzy.
I see. Feel free to come back anytime. Any friend of Kizuna is welcome here.
Ryuki, I just looked into E08. I came across some interesting information. 23 years ago, a child in their care went missing.
What?
The child was 6 at the time. His name was Uru Somazuki. It was reported extensively, but he still hasn't been found.
Okay, but is that going to be connected? About
Mr. Chieda, there's one more thing I'd like to ask.
What is it?
It's about Uru Somazuki. You remember him, don't you?
Yes. I will never forget. The E08 missing child. That's what the media called it back then. Was it a kidnapping or an accident? The case was never solved. And the child is still missing to this day. What a painful memory. It makes my heart ache. No matter how much wealth you have, there is a limit to the people you can save. How powerless I am. Perhaps it's necessary to be accepting of help wherever you can get it.
quite. I mean, if you know, I feel like there's ways. If you've got that much money, there's probably other ways you can help people. Ask about the missing child case.
As the chairman, I take full responsibility. But wouldn't you agree that the police should take most of the blame? After mobilizing so many investigators, they weren't able to find a single clue.
What do you think, Tama?
He has some personality issues, but he doesn't seem like an evil monster. It doesn't seem like he's lying either.
I feel like that's not how police work should be conducted. That person seems like an evil monster. Let's follow that guy.
Though, it is concerning that so many mysterious incidents have been happening around him.
Are we done here?
I mean, she's here as well, and she was involved in another serial killing case.
We've wasted enough time, I think. I'll be going now.
Tree. Forest?
Father!
Feels like a good way to get arrested.
Please! Let me marry your daughter! I swear I'll give her a good life! I swear it to the heavens! So please, please, give me permission to marry your daughter!
Kizuna, I'll be coming home late again tonight.
Yes. Goodbye, Father.
Wait! Please don't ignore me!
Kizuna, who is this?
A stranger.
Oh, wait! We met at Matsushina Diner 2 days ago!
You're that unemployed guy, Leon, right? Did you go to the unemployment office?
I'm gonna go tomorrow.
That's a no.
In other words, you're a leech on society.
You're a billionaire, right?
I've never sucked anyone's blood.
I don't think he was being literal.
I was.
No job, no education, no manners. Not to mention, you're drinking in the middle of the day.
I mean, it's not an alcoholic beer.
Oh, but this is non-alcoholic.
And you dare call me father? To put it frankly, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty weird that you're doing that.
How rude! I'm a human being, thank you very much. And I am not a pole vaulter.
In any case, stay away from my daughter. Though it's not like she would give you the time of day anyway.
Hey, she's getting murdered, right? Because we're setting up a like a red herring person.
Wait! Aww. Kizzy's dad must be really busy.
I don't think that was the issue.
Looks like he's feeling down, but his core remains undamaged.
She continues to just have a really funny face. Meet again?
It's you again. You seem to show up wherever I go. Maybe we're connected somehow. Not that I want to be connected with the dude.
I mean, you might have family members. Oh, Mizuki.
Ah, you were at Matsushita Diner too, weren't you?
Yeah? Why?
Wait. What's this called again? Rendezvous?
What?
No, that's not it. Fleur-de-lis.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
I have no idea.
I almost have it. It's right at the back of my uvula.
Deja vu.
Can I choke slam him?
Yes. Bakazuna.
As you know, I met Kizzy 2 days ago. At Matsushita Diner.
As you know.
When I saw her, it was love at first sight.
She's right there.
I tried to get her attention. When Kizzy left the diner, I followed her.
Please don't do that.
When she boarded a train, I spent all my money to get on the same one.
Please don't do that.
When she went in the girls' bathroom, I followed her.
Please don't do that.
Ryuki, cuff it.
But decided not to go inside.
I mean, please don't do the other things either.
Even though she kept ignoring me, I never gave up trying to talk to her. And finally, in Yoyagi Park, she acknowledged me. Kizzy finally decided to accept my love.
I told him it was acceptable to be strictly friends.
So, you gave in.
You set a bad precedent there.
However, I believe you promised you would be more serious about your job search. I do not associate with those who do not work, let alone be friends with them.
Yeah, but I was here yesterday, so...
It was indeed helpful of you to play with the children. However, that does not conclude your promise to me.
I'm sorry. I feel like we're destined to be together, Kizzy. I want to stay by your side.
Up, right, no. Distant?
My name. Lien is spelled L-I-E-N. In French, Lien means bond, just like Kizuna means bond in Japanese.
Okay.
Well, how about it? That's destiny, right?
Sounds like a bit of a stretch.
I agree.
Mr. Cheetah.
I totally crashed and burned today. All because this thing caused a misunderstanding.
That wasn't the issue.
Meeting the parents is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I wanted to calm my nerves a bit.
A non-alcoholic beer.
But I'm definitely gonna get his approval next time we meet.
That's some real positive thinking.
Huh, damn right. If you aren't in it to win it, you've already lost.
Maybe you could learn something from him, Ryuki.
Don't even suggest it.
But I was basically told that I'm useless just 3 days ago. Can't say it doesn't sting after hearing it so many times.
Happened 3 days ago.
Remember how I said I got fired from my cleaning job?
Was it at a place called Nice?
The place I worked was Horadori Institute.
Oh, I was close. It was one of the two.
What?
I actually used to be a thief.
What? No.
I was so good at lockpicking, they called me the master of unlocking.
Was you almost a Jill sandwich?
I used my skills to borrow valuables. Many times. I've gone clean, of course. I got arrested, did my time, and I haven't stolen anything since. I was so stupid back then. And I honestly regret it from the bottom of my heart. But Chikara Horadori, the director, found out about my criminal record. And he fired me. He told me, a person who falls to those depths can never rise again. Damn it. It's just not fair. I've been working hard since I got out of jail. That's why I was like that back at the diner, by the way. To be honest, I was debating whether I should just kill myself.
Don't do that either.
That's when an angel appeared before me.
Me?
That's right, Kizzy. You. I felt saved. I wanted to give it my all and live again. You saved my life.
Leon, please tell me one thing.
Anything!
You have not stolen a single thing since you were released?
Yeah. Of course I haven't.
So you haven't used your lockpicking skills either?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, hold on. Don't tell me you broke into someone's house.
No, that's not wrong, but it's wrong.
Yeah, you could. There's legitimate reasons to lockpick things.
It's true that I opened a lock and broke in somewhere, but I wasn't committing a crime.
See? You could just be working for a locksmith. What about the break-in?
The thing is, last night...
Last night?
You broke into a house?
No, not a house. I guess I have to say it. I broke in to Horodori Institute.
What?
Oh, but like I said, it wasn't a crime. It was for an investigation. I was helping the police.
The police.
Strange. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, you did. You scanned his brain and he was talking about it then.
Maybe it was unrelated to the HB case.
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute. But in the end, we didn't find anything. So I didn't take anything either. Please believe me.
Wait, who asked you to do this investigation?
I can't tell you that. It's supposed to be a secret.
Secret? You just told us the whole thing.
Anyway, I just want you to know I didn't do anything illegal. At all!
It's fair enough. It's a legitimate skill.
Very well. I will trust you, Leon.
Ah! Thank you! You
Please don't
really
stalk people,
are an
though.
angel, Kizzy! Oh, crap. I forgot to mention something important. I should have said this earlier, Kizzy. The order was supposed to be the other way around, but here it goes.
You're gonna propose.
Kizzy, please marry me.
Wait a minute. Is that?
I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday. That's my dream.
Not an engagement ring, but an engagement shoe.
I bought them using my entire life savings. Please, accept.
I cannot accept that. We would need to have a relationship for an adequate amount of time first.
What?
Kizzy?
You mean you'll date me?
No, that is not what I meant by relationship. I meant that we would need to spend time together as friends.
How long? How long? Hey, how long would we need to be friends?
Well,
At least a year.
5 years. No, perhaps 6. If after 6 years you still feel the same way, then...
Okay, got it.
You know she can afford slippers. She's like the daughter of a billionaire.
And I'll take good care of this for 6 years.
Hang on, is he a billionaire? I keep saying that. Oh, 6 years is the time between the murders, isn't it? Yeah. Not been added yet, has he? Will be in this after the scene.
What? What if you lose them? Or break them?
Hey, I have a good idea.
Oh?
He should return them and then buy them again in 6 years. You're gonna bury them.
There. I put the glass slippers in there. And the letters. I wrote out how I feel now in one of the letters. And in the other...
I have written how I currently feel in that letter.
Time capsule.
This is a time capsule.
Yeah.
We'll bury it here, then dig it out 6 years from now. If you still feel the same way as what's written in the letters in 6 years.
Yeah, then you'll accept the shoes. Right, Kizzy?
Yes, then... perhaps.
Huh. You know, that is kinda romantic.
I don't know, like, he's hang on, how old is this guy? It's still creepy. Okay, she's 18, but like... Okay. Fine. He looks older than 18. I thought he was in his 30s, I won't lie.
I didn't know you had this sort of side to you, Ryuki.
Okay, I'm burying it now.
Stop looking at me, he's doing something.
I can't wait. 6 years!
6 years is a pretty long time. You sure you're still gonna feel the same way?
Of course. My love is eternally undying.
I'm surprised she didn't run away earlier.
Huh? Kizuna, what's wrong?
Oh, that again.
What?
You know how dogs pee when they get excited? It's kinda like that.
I don't get it.
Just watch.
Let us begin.
Oh, she's gonna do a fucking dance.
Start the music.
Oh, God. No, this is obviously the ending scene.
On my way to the station, the crowd squeezes out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got herself a boyfriend. They're going out for barbecue on the weekend. I see all of their smiles in their pics online. Wait, why is that making me cry? Oh my Prince Charming, where can I find you? How do I remind you of just for dreamers, lonely hearts and schemers. I've got to break the chains of fate on my own.
The lyrics are probably quite important.
Lonely girls across the world, let's wake up and fight. Worlds apart with beating hearts, unite the light through the night. If the boys want to reach us, they'll have to keep up. Without you, I am lonely. I need to be home.
Why is dancing a vital component of these games? Okay, my worry is by the end of the first game, I just ended up hating the girl Iris because she was too like precious. Like, oh, look at this! Oh, everyone loves her. She has a song and a dance and a heart. And I like by the end of it, I just fucking hate. Like, this isn't a person. Nobody is like this. Why have you designed a sort of like daughter fan fiction? It was just I just ended up really
I
just
thought
like.
so 2 days ago, too.
And I'm a little bit worried that this is where this goes. But like,
You really are good at dancing, Kizuna.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was seriously amazing.
Well, I need to get going now.
it's not gone to that level yet. It just reminded me of it though.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a nice day.
Good luck with the investigation.
Marble. I is it? We've been doing this for a few hours. She lost more money.
Oh, Ryuki, honey, welcome. It's been so long.
Sorry, Mama, but I'm not here as a customer today. I was wondering if you knew anything about the case.
Do you mean the HB case?
Yeah. Mame and Gen are here.
But they're acting strange. They're both quiet, turned away from each other.
Poster! A cold post on the wall. Shelves, bottles of glasses on there's bottles on the counter. Count how many there are. A waste of time. Book! Suspicious book. Spelling says anyone can become a necromancer. And a cold post on the wall.
Ryuki, want to see a video of naked men hugging each other in the dirt?
Is it a competition?
Oh, yes, please.
It's just a sumo video.
I was gonna say, it sounded like sport. Crystal balls.
Is that a crystal ball?
Yes, these are my big milky balls.
Milky.
Balls?
Oh, but I'm not talking about testicles, honey.
Yeah, I know.
I started telling fortunes as a side business, and believe it or not, I actually gained the ability to hear them. Voices from other dimensions.
Other dimensions?
Yes. One day, I was suddenly gifted with the power. I suppose it's more accurate to call it a seance than fortune-telling.
They both sound pretty fishy.
They do.
You're just going to pretend you're hearing voices, aren't you?
No, I'm completely serious. I mean, I don't even remember what happens while hearing the voices. Oh, why don't we give it a try? I could ask about the HB case. You might believe me if you see it in person.
No, it's okay.
No need to be so modest. It'll be free of charge.
Perform a seance then.
Then let me ask the Milky Balls.
Can you stop calling them that?
Oh, great set of balls. Who is the most beautiful in all the land? That is Mama, of course.
I like the ice played back.
Oh my, you flatterer.
That's not even what I wanted to ask.
And the answer is completely wrong.
So it's subjective talent.
That was just a joke.
I figured.
Ahem. Now, let's try this for real. Oh, great set of milky white balls. I need you to give me some clues for an investigation. One after another, victims have been torn in half in these half-body murders. Where can we find the key to exposing the culprit?
Face. A hidden face.
Oh, that one there.
The true face, as yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden.
Huh? Did I just say something? I told you, I black out during these seances. Don't remember a thing.
Victor. About me?
I've been wondering this for a long time. Who are you really, Mama?
Me? I'm just your ordinary, everyday homoerotic connoisseur.
How the case?
Well, here's what I know.
I asked Mum about what she knows about the case, but unfortunately there wasn't any new or useful information.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you this time.
No, it's fine. Just typical detective work. Gotta earn my pay.
Well, she's lovingly polishing two crystal balls by the hidden
Let's
face.
see. The first thing that comes to mind is...
I'm assuming it's not Gen, but like...
Gen's face hidden under his mask, but he's sensitive about it. It's not something I can just ask.
Especially based on a seance.
Yeah, and it's hard to say if this is really related to the case or not.
Again, he is, but...
The only other thing I can think of is... Ah! Jin Furaway.
Huh?
He's missing a part of his face.
It might also apply to Jin.
But Jin's face is well known.
Yeah, it's not like he hides it.
It's true that photos of his face have been all over the place. But he's never actually gone out in public in person.
Not even once?
Not even once.
It's not because he's shy, is it?
If that were the case, his photos wouldn't be out there either. I've heard he's an extreme narcissist. He circulates all those pictures himself.
By the way, Mama, what's up with those two?
Well, the thing is, they had a bit of a differing of opinion.
What do you mean?
No, Mama. The problem is Genny's total lack of common sense.
My lack of common sense? Are you sure you're not talking about yourself? You sound like a stupid person right now.
What? You're the one who sounds stupid. You probably couldn't even beat the first question of the All-American Ultra Quiz.
Wait, what is this argument even about?
Well, we're having a disagreement.
All right, you jerk. Why don't we get a neutral third party and ask them?
That's what happened.
So we came to Marble to get Mama's opinion, and that's where we're at.
But when I gave my input, it only made things more complicated.
I know. Now that Ryuki's here, let's see what he thinks.
Yeah, then we'll know for sure who's right. So, question time.
Huh?
What's the name of the island where the Statue of Liberty in New York is located?
Ellis Island.
That's right.
You too? Are you serious? That's ridiculous. It can't be. The Statue of Liberty is definitely on Liberty Island.
No, it's true that the Statue of Liberty is on Ellis Island.
And I know that because of Deus Ex.
I mean, there's no such thing as Liberty Island anyway.
I don't believe this. Something is off here.
Oh, no, you're not gonna do... No, game. Oh, you're not gonna do a Mandela effect thing, are you?
Tama, what do you think?
Of course it's Ellis Island. This is common knowledge. Look, I just looked it up online. Now do you see? The Statue of Liberty is located on Ellis Island. As you can see here, there's no such island as Liberty Island.
I'm sorry, Gen. Mame is right.
Who's Mummy? Mama.
Impossible.
See?
Anyway, they've been butting heads about the location of the Statue of Liberty this whole time. But it looks like they finally came to a conclusion.
I see. If you all say so, I must be the one who's wrong.
I've actually been in a situation like this where I just remember something really firmly and then a bunch of people are like, nope, that isn't what happened. And it's just like, okay then, I just have to accept that I remember it, but I'm just wrong. And it's a really weird situation to be in.
I'm sorry, Amame.
Oh, did you, hang on. You said mum, I'm confused.
I was mistaken.
As long as you understand now, that's good enough for me.
But it's not worth having an argument over.
Everyone makes mistakes. Now,
Why don't you just look it up on the internet?
I need to get to work soon, so I'm heading out.
I'll stick around for a bit longer.
Okay, then I'll see you three later.
Lights.
What about your restaurant, Gen?
I closed up shop for the day. I couldn't acquire any ingredients I was satisfied with.
Really? Closed for a reason like that?
It's really important to me. It would be rude to serve mediocre dishes to my customers. I think I'll go to the warehouse district at the harbor after this. I thought I could watch the waves and think up new dishes.
No, my Tamagotchi. Obviously, Il Hitsumabushi. How did this menu open? I didn't open the menu. That was weird.
do I do? What in the world should I do?
About Mammy.
Amame and I go way back.
Why do we sometimes call her Mammy and sometimes Aunt Mammy?
There are times when we have arguments over little things, like you saw earlier. We're basically family at this point. So if anything ever happened to her, I would do everything I could to help. I believe that I have to protect her, no matter what.
What if Matsushita Diner takes your customers?
I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Ota from Matsushita Diner doesn't understand the first thing about the true essence of cooking.
To the warehouse district of the harbor?
Yes, I love that place. I can watch the ocean in silence with no one around. I find it very soothing.
I don't put you around the other serial killer.
For some reason, Date seems to go there often as well.
Mr. Date.
I have been very close with Date for some time. He often stops by Brahmin before coming here to drink. I trust him. There are only 3 people who weren't afraid of me the first time they saw me. Date, Amame, and Leon.
You know Leon too?
Yes, he's a regular at Brahmin as well. Leon just wandered in one day while Date was there. They hit it off right away and had quite a lively discussion. I joined them after closing up for the day, and the 3 of us drank until morning.
Huh. That's an interesting group. I can't imagine what you 3 would talk about.
Probably porno mags or something.
What are they, teenagers?
Oh, we talked a lot about porno mags.
Can't see his face with the mask on, but it seems a bit down. How'd your mask?
Putting Date, Amame, and Leon aside, my appearance makes most people uncomfortable. But if I didn't wear this mask, I would scare them even more.
If I recall, your face has a congenital condition.
That's a rude thing to say out loud.
Yes. Would you like to see?
What?
My face.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. Not that I'm trying to avoid it or anything.
I said that, but to be honest, a part of me wanted to see, not out of curiosity, but because of Mama's words from earlier.
Face. A hidden face. The true face, as yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden.
Okay. Is there a bomb? Oh, no, there's a light behind him.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I feel like it's rude. I know he said he offered, but using the X-ray like that seems a bit rude. Clearly see Galen's skull, but it didn't seem like the answer to solving the case was hidden there.
No point in staying here much longer.
Yes, let's move on.
Well, Gen, Mama, I'll be going now.
Very well. Please take care.
Stop by to get a break from work every once in a while.
To be fair, Ryuki is it's not just Gen. Ryuki, like, what's the word? He keeps getting insight into people without their permission, like literally staring into their brains. It's kind of an issue with this game, to be honest. To the department store. Lisa turn. Oh, no. You know, their right to privacy and all.
Oh, Mr. Ryuki. What are you doing here? Here to see me on stage, perhaps?
I want to... okay, I know everything I just said, but use the X-ray on this guy.
Sorry, but I won't be performing today.
He isn't.
Actually, I'm here to talk to Shoma.
To Shoma?
Why isn't his head a cube?
Why am I on a Ferris wheel with you?
Aren't you having fun?
I would be if you weren't here.
Ryuki, Shoma is actually responding to the conversation this time. This is proof that the chastity belt of his heart is loose. If you shove yourself in there, he just might open up.
Could you please not phrase it like that?
Yeah, it's legitimately please don't do that right now.
Ryuki, why don't you try jumping off?
No.
Okay. Praise his one-wheel robot.
That robot you showed me the other day was really cool. If you're that skilled, I'm sure you've gotten offers from lots of companies.
Not really. I'm nothing special. I'm just really into robots.
But even an amateur can tell that robot was filled with impressive technology, and the one-wheel design is beautiful.
Well, I knew it had to run on one wheel for sure. It was really hard getting the self-stabilization feature working with the one-wheel design. Like, major electronics companies make one-wheel robots to show off their advanced tech.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what's really great about my robot is its load capacity. It doesn't look like it, but it can easily carry up to 45 pounds. And I want to upgrade it more so it can carry double that.
I see.
So it's got a neat hat on.
I know you don't really care.
Looks like it won't go the way it did last time.
I guess flattery won't get us anywhere.
I mean, it got us to last time, but... about Kumaji.
I don't want to talk about my dad. I told you before. I don't even want to think about him.
And his cube head. About Mizuki.
I told you before. She's just a classmate. We're not friends, and I don't know much about her. Supposedly, she's attending school from her house near the harbor. But I guess her permanent address is in our school district or something. That's why she goes to the same school as me.
So you do know a lot about her.
No! That doesn't mean anything! Not like I'm even slightly interested in that Uggo.
Well,
he really is a kid, huh?
Why did you lie?
What lie?
You said the hidden message in Bats 490 pointed to Horodori Institute. But that's not true, is it? Can you tell me why you lied? And where the actual location is?
And how you solved it. Tell me that. That seems super important.
Truth is, I never decoded it.
What?
Alright, that's fair enough.
I wanted everyone to think that I did. I wanted the attention, so I lied. Are we done now? Don't talk to me anymore.
That got a reaction. He's probably lying right now. His chastity belt wasn't loose after all.
No, Tama, this seems inappropriate. Not for the... No.
If you're going to say it that way, you at least have to add the "of his heart" part. Anyway, I guess I'll have to talk about something else to get him to loosen up.
Will you cut it out already? I don't want to talk about my dad. I already told you! I hate him! Happy now? I hate him so much, I didn't even want to say it out loud.
But you were with him earlier.
I was here alone at first, then Dad came. He wanted to make up.
Make up?
Dad and I are fighting. I ran away from home yesterday.
You ran away from home?
What are you fighting
My
about?
friends made fun of me.
How is that related to your dad?
Because it's my dad's fault for being so pathetic. Pull yourself together. Show me how cool you can be on TV. That's what I said to my dad. Then...
I bring smiles to the audience. If I can do that, I don't care if I get mocked. That's what it means to be an entertainer.
When he said that, I blurted out, "That's why Mom got sick of you and left." Dad turned bright red, and...
Then why don't you just leave too?
That's why I left the house.
You hate your dad that much?
Do you think I could like someone like him? A stupid old comedian who gets clowned on all the time. He barely ever goes on TV either. And when he does, it's always some ridiculous thing like getting piping hot Odin shoved into his mouth. The day after he goes on air, I always get made fun of by my friends. I hate it. I'm sick and tired of it.
Are you sure you don't actually like your
I
dad?
told you, I hate him. Everything about him. I hate how much he drinks and how he acts so cocky and stubborn when he's drunk. He talks about all these big dreams that he can never achieve. When he sobers up, he remembers what he did when he was drunk and squirms under the blankets. Isn't that sad? It makes me hate him even more.
Oh yeah, certainly. Getting drunk and promising to do a bunch of stuff and then waking up the next day and being like, oh god, no, I'm not doing any of that. I have no idea what that feels like.
The way his nose hair is always sticking out, the way he wipes his face with sanitary napkins, his stupid, awful singing in the bathtub. Everything about him is creepy, awful, and pathetic. I hate him.
Also, his head's squared?
For hating someone so much, he sure pays him a lot of attention.
They say there's a fine line between love and hate.
It's no good. Shoma won't open up no matter what I bring up.
But unfortunately, we're at the top of the road.
Looks like we won't get through with the orthodox method.
That means...
We'll have to try our luck with his father.
We could scan his brain. I mean, we shouldn't, but we shouldn't do that to anyone, really. But it is the kind of the premise of the game. Scanning brains? Why do we interview people only in this ride?
Boy, I'm glad you invited me on the Ferris wheel too. Thank you.
Our objective is still to unlock Shoma's chastity belt.
Tama, please don't use.
You're still going on with that?
Not even in a comedy sense. Just don't do that. Do that with an adult character.
It would be tough to question Komeiji about tricky subjects if Shoma was nearby. That's why you invited him here, right?
Yeah, but...
What's a fucking
Now
love
that I
Ferris
think
wheels
about it,
rides?
we rode this Ferris wheel together 2 days ago. Well, Mr. Ryuki, it seems like your investigation is going around in circles. So, what is it you wanted to talk about? If it's about the case, there isn't much else to say.
Why are you wearing your stage outfit when you're not performing today?
This is the only outfit I have right now. I actually have another set of personal clothes, but I ruined those 2 days ago. But this bow tie, that'll be fine as long as I have this. Isn't it nice?
Shoma bought it for you, didn't he?
That's right. Even if I only have one set of clothes. I can wear this or take it off depending on how I'm feeling, and wow. It's as if I changed into a completely different outfit.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oops, it would be terrible if I lost it, so I'd better put it back on.
Establishing this object is an important one.
This tie, Shoma chose it for me so I could really shine on stage.
So if it was like missing, like if you turn up dead and it's missing, that's a big deal.
When I wear it, it feels like Shoma is cheering me on. It gives me strength. It's my most precious treasure.
Yeah, I get the point.
So, when are you jumping off?
I am not jumping off.
Ask about Komeiji himself.
I used to be a real big shot back when I was known as the Quiz King, remember? But I let it get to my head, and as soon as I became a comedian, things flipped completely. There was no hope for me to move up in the world. My wife got sick of me and left. I've been raising my boy alone ever since. And yet...
You regret becoming a comedian?
Not at all. I'm proud of being a comedian.
Oh, hello, Screams. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours now.
At the same time, I'm not proud of my lack of success.
This guy has a square forehead.
I put Shoma through so much hardship. It's inexcusable.
About Shoma's lie. I told Mr. Komeiji that it's highly likely that Shoma lied about the message hidden in Bats 490.
Shoma lied?
My god.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's because we're on a Ferris wheel.
I see. I don't know much about that hidden message thing, but Shoma is a good boy. He wouldn't lie for no reason. I know that's not that convincing coming from his father, but he must have had a reason to lie.
Can I get the truth from Shoma?
I have no idea. I can't really talk to him right now myself. I'm sure you're aware, but I got in an argument with Shoma yesterday.
What is that?
It's a smiley face.
Shoma made it for me when he was little.
Origami gold medal.
But yesterday he ripped it up and threw it away.
Arguments happen.
It was really important to me. I want to make up, but he...
Oh, it's been torn in half, is it?
It must be difficult considering how things are now.
Also, he's got a square head.
It's all my fault. The argument only happened in the first place because of my lack of success.
Oh, we finished the conversation on the way back up again.
Mr. Ryuki, there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
Is it the fact that your head is a cube? Because I need that answering.
What is it?
No, never mind. Please forget it.
Use the X-ray feature.
What was that about?
It sounded like you wanted to tell me something important.
That is square head.
Hey, Ryuki, why don't you try wink syncing with him?
Yeah, I'll try taking a peek.
I mean, it's a massive invasion of privacy, but we'll do it to everyone else. I know he's doing that. There he does that.
Hey, asshole! I know you're in there! Deadline on the payment passed a long time ago. Cough it up, you bastard!
It's the loan sharks again. A different set of guys came by yesterday and the day before that. I've been borrowing from so many different places, I don't know who's who anymore. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? I can't talk to the police about it.
So, he's borrowed money from a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's the same genre.
He must have been in real trouble if he even got involved with loan sharks.
But why can't he talk to the police about it?
Loan sharks? Cool.
Don't tell me.
Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza.
Yakuza.
Word is he's involved in some dangerous transactions.
Yeah, Momo's still in this game. Yep, they can't fuck the police.
Kameji, you wouldn't happen to be struggling with debt, would you?
I mean, it's quite like... It's hard not to invade people's privacies. It's like the entire premise of this game.
What? How did you...
I knew it.
That's what you wanted to tell me, right? Why can't you get the police involved? Is it because you're buying and selling on the black market?
What are you talking about?
Let's, before we finish it...
I would never do something like that.
How are you, by the way? I tried asking Kameji more questions, but no matter how much I questioned him, he didn't admit to any involvement with the Yakuza. In the end, I was unable to find any clues leading to the key to Shoma's heart. Okay. This is for my own sake as well, but I'm going to do a brief recap of what's going on so far. I mean, we have this handy chart. Like so. So, 6 years into the future, or present day even, we are on a quiz show, and the lights go out. Oh, hang on, no. 2 events happen. I can do this, Okay, there's 2 main characters, Mizuki and Ryuma. Mizuki is a police officer in the future. Ryuma is a police officer 6 years into the past. So Mizuki at the start of the game. Oh, we can actually see their faces there and on the other side. Oh, that makes it look like they're going to split into the 2 different halves. That's interesting. Ooh. I had some frozen pipes over the last couple of days, which was weird to deal with because I was like, anytime you ask about that, they just go, "Oh, ask your neighbours." And it's like, no, nothing's happening in my area. So I just have no water. Right. So yes, Mizuki. I don't know where, but so I just have to wait for them to unfreeze. So we found half a dude. I'm covering him up. Half a dude. In the photo over there. He's been perfectly cut in half, atomized. Somehow his body was brought out here. There's no blood or anything like that. Also, there was a upside down face sniper that exploded the body. 6 years later, the other half turns up in a quiz show. It has a sign on it that shows a YouTube video. After that, basically, she goes, well, let's ask Ryuma what happened to the original case. So we've been following him all the rest of this time. That's interesting. I'm just going to double check all the scenes. Oh, hang on. I could just literally read let's read the literal summary. That's going to do a lot better than me. On 210, Ryuki comes across a shocking sight when participating in a live-streamed quiz show. 6 years later, in the falling snow, Mizuki is shot at an empty stadium. It's kind of fun, me trying to guess, though. Ryuki saw Jin Furure's right half appear out of nowhere. In the studio, there was a signboard with the words "Frey" to free and a QR code. Accessing the QR code led to a suspicious video. After seeing this, Ryuki starts to hallucinate. Right after that, Jin's right half explodes into a crimson flame. 6 years later, after fighting off the shooter, Mizuki finds the left half of a corpse in the middle of a stadium. It is the other half of Jin Furore she saw 6 years ago. Why after 6 years? Ryuki was on that case, so he should have some clues. But Mizuki decides to sink into Ryuki's brain, which she did. We solved his brain. Oh, this is his brain. Okay. Yeah, because this sort of. Okay, we'll continue with summaries, but I remember now. This is we went into his brain space, and he's sort of broken. Like whatever happened on the case 6 years ago broke him, and he was never in a great state to begin with. Apparently, we'll summarize, but we'll do this. But after we sink his brain, he just starts telling us the story. Specifically, I think what is the choice here? It is our only choice as well. I thought the choice was somewhere else. Interesting. Okay. So somewhere during the case, we go to Nizitlos. In the first game, Iris, one of the endings is Iris saying, oh, there's a secret organization and they're causing all the bad things to happen. Turns out that secret organization is real. And it's run by run by this lady here. Would you care to guess how old this lady is supposed to be? Basically, during this scene, we meet her for some reason, and she's like, hey, do you know the secret? And you can be like, yeah, I totally know the secret. And she's like, what's the secret? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, because it asks you to put in a number, and it's like, oh, you faker. So if you know the secret, you can go over here, but I don't know the secret yet. So we have to we go back in time at this point, I think. Actually, I don't know where the fuck we are. I might start reading the investigation. I don't know what's important about this girl other than there's some random... Okay, actually, her dad's like a billionaire, but we don't find that out until later. All we know is in this scene, there's like 3 schoolgirls now. One of them's one of the mermaids, and she's the daughter of a billionaire, and some random thief, we find out. It's just, he tries to propose to her, and that's a bit weird, so she says no. Right, there is a scientist. You see, the spooky video. There's a boy. Oh, Shoma.
Good Lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
But we think, so the quiz show guy with the square head has a genius son, or we think, who builds robots. And he claims to have solved one of the mystery videos, and that it points to the Horidori Institute. So we go to Horidori Institute. He has a tall head. I just think people have weird heads in this world. He's trying to achieve immortality with DNA. That's it. That's all. We find that out going to his brain. This is the actual scene where we meet this lady. And where she tells us, the world is a simulation. This entire world is a computer program, a simulation, because statistically speaking, if a civilization gets advanced enough, they will build like a universe within a bottle, essentially. And if that technically could exist, then statistically you'd be inside and you wouldn't know any difference. So her organization is about tearing at the seams. She wants to break out of the simulation, essentially. And this is the actual scene where she says, "Hey, do you know the number? Do you know the secret?" And you're like, "No, I don't know the secret." But for some reason, it opens up a path up here. I was gonna say, that's really weird that it splits off differently. In the other game, it split off when you made decisions in the Somniums, which I guess we did. That's interesting. We leave this scene, and as you can see, Horidori's been murdered. He's also been cut in half. But during that scene, we actually kind of brain figure out the original murder. We figure out during that scene that the body during the quiz show 6 years ago was hanging in the rafters, and it had rigor mortis, and when it softened, it fell to the ground, but it also had a carbon, like a thin string attached to the lights. So when it fell, it caused the lights to turn off. It's also got some explosives inside that caused it to explode immediately, and it had a sign shoved in it. So like, the body didn't appear from nowhere. Somebody planted it in there, and we find out of one of the gangsters, because one of the gangsters runs the show, obviously, that some mysterious person calling himself the Terror wanted access. So he didn't know it was going to be a serial killer. He was just like, some guy was like, "I'm giving you money, let me in." So when we go to talk to him, the mobster says, "Oh, I'm supposed to get paid. Go to this classroom," and that's when we find the scientist dead. This is when we return to her, and I think this is the scene where we find out that she believes the world isn't real, and we're like, "She be cray. Let's put her in a magical scanning machine." And that's the so she's into, there's Nizot laws. She's into the particular symbol, this symbol here, which is 9 X's in a diamond. That's a secret organization. But it also turns out that there are 2 secret organizations, because one of them's religious and one of them's not religious, and Horidori was in the other organization. They split up. But she has we had to do lots of swimming. Anyway, we go back, and then somebody murders her, and they've got a secret exit. We go down a huge lift into the basement, and we find a mysterious person, but that person isn't rendered like a normal person. That person is rendered like how we see unknowns in dreams. And then the person gets away, and then we were like told, "Wow, you failed," as the police don't fail. Oh, we can see that I'm sitting on the 9 X's there. There you go, there's the 9 X's. And now we're just sort of, chapter 3 started, and we were talking to his son. And, because we found out he lied about the videos. I will now go through the proper summaries quickly, because it's useful for me as well. Dispel Ryuki's hallucinations and find the truth. So occasionally he will watch a video, his entire being will break, as if he's an NPC in a computer game. The game is leaning too much into this secret computer universe. It's not true. That's I'm coming out with that now. It's not going to tell us the actual answer to the mystery at the start of the game, but it wants us to think that it might be. Yeah. The subject, Sinki, does not remember what happens in the Somnium world, therefore Ryuki doesn't know what happened during the sync, but he does feel as though something very sensitive was touched upon. Even after being taken into the interrogation room, Ryuki is still dazed and drunk. Mizuki questions don't get through to him. Who's that person in Somnium? Ryuki doesn't answer. After persistent questioning, Ryuki finally opens his mouth, and you might not like what you have to hear. Ryuki starts telling Mizuki what happened 6 years ago. And this is where we get to 6 years ago. 6 years ago, Ryuki started his investigation of Studio at that place that I can't pronounce, with his partner Eyeball Tama. He starts by talking with people at the scene. He learns that about half a year ago, there was a similar QR video called Bats 490 posted online. There was a hidden code in the video that led to a specific place. This is basically what I just said, but I'm saying about divide. Yeah, I know the secret of the world, they all said. So that's the question that woman asked me. Mizuki tells Ryuki that Shoma solved the code, so he visits him. They finally get Shoma to open up. He reveals a specific place was Horodori Institute of Genetics. Ryuki heads there and asks Chikara, the head of the institute, about Bats 490. Chikara says he knows nothing but a simplified version of syncing called Wink Sync. Reveals he was lying. Ryuki decides to go deeper in Chikara's brain. We do. We did that. Inside Chikara's Somnium, Ryuki and Tama saw something. A member of Nike's, Nai's even, created the Bats 490 video. Ryuki decides to head to Nai's Japan branch to talk to Tokiko, the president. Tokiko admits the Bats 490 was created to recruit new members, but she says it's not related to the QR video. During the conversation, she mentions Freya. Frey was a word on the signboard. It's hard to believe it's a coincidence, but Tokiko insists it's just a bug. She says, so like, The Matrix, the film, by the way, like has this thing where how do you tell you're in a computer game program? Well, you get deja vu, don't you? And that's them changing a bit of code. And this version, this is doing that. So her organization is trying to find bugs. And if you can find glitches and bugs, you can tear at the seams. So the word tear has extra meaning in this world. That's why the killer is called Terror and not Divider. Even though like they're clearly dividing people in two, because tear is a meaningful word in this world. After an investigation, it was determined that the appearance of the body was only made to look as though supernatural forces were involved. The show director, Chimpei, says that he lent the studio to a person named Terra. Terra sends a message to go to Tsukiba High. Ryuki immediately heads there and finds Sakara's right heart stuck to the blackboard. I don't think they ever said how that was possible. Nothing to be done. Okay, so I also noticed this chapter is called Nothing to be Done. Which is a repeated phrase from the play Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot it's not a nonsense play. I've forgotten the word for it. There's a phrase for the type of writing it is, where it doesn't have a plot. The plot is two dudes standing at a trash heap for 2 hours talking about things. They're essentially waiting for Godot. They're not waiting for God. It just happens to have a name that sounds meaningful, and that's sort of what Waiting for Godot is like. But like the repeated phrase is there's nothing to be done. Anyway, I don't know why they referenced that, or if I'm even correct, but like it seems like they're referencing that Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look on the screen to see what that does. I think that's on everyone's streams now. Upset of being manipulated, Ryuki heads to the Ikumi Shrine to relax. There he asks Tama to replay the scene from Sekiba High. In that virtual reality, oh yeah, he has access to a virtual reality that's indistinct from the real world. So we already have a game within a game universe here. The investigation only reveals the Shikara's organs were all removed. Who is Terra? In any case, so our robots can also scan the entire scene and record it, and that includes x-rays and stuff. The investigation only reveals the Shikara's organs were all removed. Who is Terra? In any case, there was a high likelihood that Tokiko is involved. Yuki returns to Tokiko to tell her Jin's body didn't teleport, and simulation theory is just occult nonsense, which is, I feel like, not within the remit of police work. Just to be like, fuck you! Your occult nonsense is wrong! It's like, you're trying to solve a case, you don't need to prove anyone the point. I see. Tokiko, I'm sure I'll see the numbers at some point. I think it's just so, like, they can track numbers, but it must do something. Tokiko counters his argument, saying that her goal is to reach Moksha and that she does not fear death, then destroys a glass doll. Fuck you, glass doll, she was like. And he was like, okay, it was your glass doll. After watching Tokiko's eccentric reactions, Ryuki decides to perform a wink sync. In it, he sees Tokiko threatening someone. So, like, he literally went, oh, you're a bit odd. I'm just going to invade your privacy with my magic eyeball. Yeah, I mean, he sees Tokiko threatening someone. So we go into her brain, as I said before. And that one was really annoying because it had a section where you had to do it in a minute, and I failed a couple of times and just meant replaying the entire goddamn section. Ryuki sees Gen and Shoma inside Tokiko's brain. He also sees several skulls, which they've not written down, and Shoma's a child, so Shoma has a small skull, and Gen, you'll see a picture of Gen, but Gen has a large skull. He's disfigured, he wears a mask basically, so like a giant skull means Gen. He also sees a plan for the nirvanA initiative, which is the name of the game. Ryuki asks her about these things. Tokiko leaves without answering, telling Ryuki to return to the president's office at 10 p.m. Ryuki decides to talk to Gen and Shoma. Gen is a swing and a miss. As for Shoma, he learns information regarding a video called the nirvanA Trial, but that's all. Exhausted, Ryuki heads to the Yoyagi Park, whatever. There he decides to watch the nirvanA Trial, which causes him to hallucinate, lose consciousness. He wakes at night. And his AI was just like, cool, I'm just going to watch him stand. I literally have a phone, but fuck it, he's standing for 4 hours straight, and I'm gonna do nothing about this. The culprit must be Terra, but how did they get in and out? To find the truth, Ryuki and Tama start an investigation. Beyond the waterfall is an elevator. Ryuki gets on and heads underground, and he chases after a suspicious person, but they get away. This apparently gets him demoted, by the way, and they never quite explain why. They're like, oh, you made a mistake, and I was like, what mistake? What was specifically the mistake? Like, because you could say, oh, he was reckless, but like, his robot friend told him to do all those things. Anyway, Ryuki gets an earful from Boss from his previous day's work, resulting in a demotion. She says if he can solve the case in 3 days, she'll cancel the demotion. That doesn't sound like a standard procedure, but whatever. That being said, solving this case in 3 days is impossible. Dejected, Ryuki heads back to Ukume's shrine. Okay, so we're not quite done. We are going to quickly look at our suspects, of course. Unlike the first game, we have 2 sets of files because we have the present. Because we've got Mizuki who's solving the case, and she's using the original AI. And these are just a bunch of police people, and of course, dude that was cut in half. But we haven't seen that yet. So we have Mizuki, still a child in this one, and Date is just on holiday in this because this follows on from the first game, but they're not allowed to talk about the first game. So I had to type in a thing at the start of the game. Oh, did you play the first game? And I said yes. So they occasionally mention it, but if you say no, they'll just cut out those scenes. So with this guy, he. Oh, we just found out, by the way, he has a dead twin brother. and not only is he dead, but 6 years ago, he so 6 years before the 6 years ago, his brother got crushed by a truck, which crushed him exactly in half. But yeah, he actually says lost his parents in the plane crash. Had been living with his younger brother until. But so like, it's probably not. It's probably not related to the plot. Who else? So there's Gen. So he wears the mask to stop scaring people. Which he seems nice, but he's a large, strong man. There's one of those two are friends. I don't know what she's about yet, other than possibly somebody who's going to get killed. This guy, both his names and her names were revealed to mean the same thing, like Bond, I think it is. So he's, but also he broke in to the Horodori Institute. He's a reformed thief, but a police person asked him to break in. We're not allowed to be told who it was yet. But also, he keeps trying to get married with her. So the last thing we did was she was like, he bought her some glass slippers, and she was like, I couldn't. I'd need to be friends with someone for like 6 years. So we've buried the glass slippers, in the ground for the future. I don't know how this is going to be important, but obviously 6 years is quite important. Also, she's fucking. I'm a little bit worried because she keeps singing and dancing, and it's like, okay, don't do this to me. You made me hate Iris by the end of the last game. Don't just put another Iris in this game. Komiji, well, you know about him. There's Shoma, so that's his son. He likes making robots. There is the masked woman. So in the very first scene of the game, we saw the masked woman snipe the body, but she's been about, and she just sort of hangs around places, and we're like, who are you? And she's like, I don't want to tell you. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And she walks away. We've seen her a couple times. This guy is cutting off. This Chikara. I mean, he's... yeah, I asked how old you thought she was. 53. She's 53. She's not doing too bad, as far as I can tell. As it was. But she's dead now, so she's actually doing really terrible. But before that, she wasn't doing too bad. This is... we've just been introduced to this guy. He is... okay, I wanted to know if he was a billionaire. I think he is. But, like, apparently he's not evil. Oh, bloody hell, I made that really expensive. That was worth the flex, and you should clip that as well. Actually, would it... yeah, because it would say down here, possibly. I might make that cheaper. I was going to try... I wanted people to be able to spend the money... Well, I won't go for all this again, but I will one day figure out a way to make it so people can spend the monies on things. I mean, the snails are there. I've been putting the work in. I just can't get the system stuck in a way I like. Let's send them back to the... to where they came from. There's Boss still. Apparently Boss is a daughter now. She just didn't mention the daughter during the first game. Pewter, despite his crimes in the first game, they were like, yeah, but he's the only one who knows how to use the machine, so this fine. We bring him back. Date's just... he has to look like this to not spoil the plot of the first game. Iris is still about. As is Ota. As is Moma. Mama's still about as well, though. Yeah, Mama's gender neutral. I don't know if that's what I said in the last game. And this guy's still about as well. Oh yeah, he was the bodyguard for the Nice Laws lady. Yeah, it would have been nice if it blocked your text. And this was the other guy. This is the guy who ran the quiz show. and the receptionist is still in the game. I don't think she's important. They just didn't want to leave her out, I guess. We have a new detective, which is interesting. Okay, that's it. That's... I'm not going to go for all of these. It does have a section for LGBTQ+, because they mentioned that. But sometimes they just like say a thing and then don't actually explain what it means. Yeah, like yes, lol, uvula. You've not explained what sort of appendix is this? Oh yeah, this is why I actually opened up this. So we're just gonna go through the videos one more time. So the original one we saw was Free to Free. We've got 3 videos now. So this was the original scene of the crime. We don't know who made this. The second one was Bats 490. We know that was made at nirvanA. And it's a secret, it's an ARG. Apparently, if you can solve this, you're told the location of nirvanA and you can join. Rip me, burn me. And yes, okay, if we pause there, those X's are nirvanA's X's as well. The receptionist described herself as a thotty, I think. I would have to... Yeah, hottie for the thotty sliding to my DMs anytime king is what she said to the main character, who wasn't quite prepared for that. And this is our third one, the nirvanA trial. It featuring some very tall elephants. That says Man Rob's Ghost. That's obviously a cipher. So that obviously only uses the letters from Man Rob's Ghosts. It says GA X BR X TM X OS X HOX N comma X. If you read them going diagonally left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, it says nothing. It doesn't say anything intelligible. Apart from the word moon, I think. You get the word moon. That's it. GRTS. We seem to be missing something. That says atom. I've written it down there. And it even makes me look strange. I do have an extra light to try and compensate for that. Although now it's quite dark, so it's causing even more issues. Let's get off this screen, shall we? Anyway, that is everything, and I'm trying. Like the first game, I'm trying my best. There's a lot of phrasing in this game. I'm trying my best to actually solve the puzzle, as it were. And I don't know. Oh, my Tamagotchi. Finger jab. No. You know what? Let's actually turn them off. Okay, I accidentally clicked. Oh, I made another date, I think. Alright, let's reset. Right. So that's where my chat is. Okay. Hopefully this will load into a screen.
Huh.